Hello guys, and welcome to another video. Today's video we're going to be going to secondhand used bookstores. I've been working on this, you know guys that I wanted to do this vlog for a while, so very excited to do it. We're starting at our first bookstore. We are at Good Books in the Woods. This is in the Woodlands area in Texas. Very excited to go. I have my sister with me. We're gonna be looking for books. I don't have a list. We're just doing the thing. And then I think after we leave here, we might go get something to eat because I'm hungry and it's 1 o'clock. And yeah, we're just gonna go to random bookstores. So let's start with this one and see what we can.
Sometimes, all you need is a little bit of confidence. Sometimes, just a little bit of self-respect. Now it's my time to step out of my comfort zone, take a chance. When I saw you coming out of the school that day, I knew you'd never be mine. Never. It's just me in my own skin.
One book he showed with those like witch drawings.
Oh yes.
I wanted to look at it so much more. I wanted him to keep flipping to the illustration.
He said vellum, and I was like, this is at least a $10,000 book. It's gotta be.
So cool. Okay guys, so we've just wrapped up at our first used bookstore. It was really, really cool. This bookstore specifically has like a lot of antique and rare books, and we got to go into the rare book room that you'll have seen that in the clips, and it was just so cool. I didn't get anything because I really just didn't find anything that I was super interested in, but it was so beautiful. It's so cool. I love a rare book place. My sister bought books because she loves a classic that's kind of like her thing. So we went, we saw, we petted a dog, and we had a great time. Now we're gonna go have lunch because I'm starving. All right, guys, we have had lunch. We went to Postino's. It was delicious as per usual. And now we are somewhere.
Copperfield.
At Copperfield Bookshop. It's in the middle of I don't even know where, to be honest with you, but we're here. So let's go inside. Let's see what it's about. I'm anxious. It was far, so it better be good. Alright, y'all, we're at our final destination. I'm having the most unsuccessful time. I don't know what's going on, but I found 0 books. This many books I have bought in all this traveling that we've been doing today. But we are at half-price books now, so I know I'll find something here. Hopefully. Maybe? That was probably bad to say out loud, because now I'm not going to find anything. Anyway, we're going to try. We're going to see what happens. And, you know, if we don't, at least I went to places and we saw stuff and books. Whatever. Let's go. had a success at Half Price Books. It went very well. I have lots of books. I got 5 books. So first I got The Haunting of Belkwood, and you may or may not see a video from me coming out soon talking about buying books because other people said that you should buy them, and we're just going to pretend that that's not what's happening right now. I'm buying this book because somebody told me that it was really good and I want to read it. Because they told me it was good, not because I know what it's about. So, you know, mind your business when you see that video. And then I got Paul Tremblay, Growing Things. As you know, I love Paul Tremblay. I've almost read every book that he's ever written. And this is one short story collection that I've never read from him. I figured I could probably put this in the same video for whenever I finally get to read Nat Cassidy's short story collection, the Rest Stop collection that Nat Cassidy's coming out with, and then I can read this at the same time. We can do a like short story show off type of thing. I don't know, but I had to get it. And then, I don't know, I got a Rachel Harrison. Okay? I've also heard this was really good, but I read the synopsis this time and it does actually sound good and it sounds interesting. So I would like to read it. Essentially, it's a story about a girl, Cleo, I guess is how you say that. That's not how you spell Cleo. Sorry, camera died. Anyway, there's a lot of plot going on in the story, but basically in the synopsis that I read, there's doing a house flipping thing. I don't know why, but she's doing a house flip, and then she realizes that maybe in fact her mom was correct and wasn't seeing things and wasn't crazy. So I don't know, sounds interesting. And then I got this book by Simone St. James. There's a book that they just came out with that was terrible from what I've heard from people, but I've heard really good things about this book, and so I read the synopsis on it, and it is a time travel book, which I really do like time traveling things. And essentially we're talking about a motel in New York in 1982 and in 2017, and some like haunting, scary things that happened in 1982 that are also maybe still happening in 2017. I don't know. It's a time jump. It's about this one person's aunt from 1982, and then the aunt's niece in 2018. I'm doing a terrible job, y'all. It's whatever. And then the final book I got was actually, my sister recommended it, and it is I Died Too, But They Haven't Buried Me Yet by Ross Jeffrey. This sounds very interesting to me. The synopsis on this one's basically that this man's 14-year-old daughter has gone missing, and he buries mementos of her every year since she's died. It sounds very odd, but essentially he meets somebody in a grief counseling session, and he basically asks him, like, have you ever tried to talk to her to see if she has passed away and like has gone off into the afterlife? And so it sounds like potentially he does this, and then there's like a possession potentially that happens. I don't know that it's a scary type of possession, because this is supposed to be more of a book about grief and coming to terms with grief. So I don't know, sounded really good though, so I'm interested. Also, I like the cover. It's soft. It's the soft matte cover, and y'all know I love those. So yeah, we got some good books at half price. I'm sad that I didn't get any books from anywhere else, but I will be honest with y'all. The other bookstores that we went to, they didn't have their sections very clearly defined by category, and I am just a horror girl at heart. I want to read horror books, and going into a store where horror is mixed in with sci-fi and fantasy, that's not conducive to my searching abilities. So yeah, I don't know. I had a better time and a better success obviously at half price, so I think that's a win. I think we're done. I think we're done now. So I'll probably catch y'all back at the house to wrap this video up, and we'll talk soon. All right, we finally made it back home. It was a fun day, at least getting to run around with my sister. That's always fun. I very much enjoy getting to spend time with her. So I had a great time hanging out with her. We went to 3 different thrift stores for thrifted books, used books, and we got quite a few books at half price books, like I showed y'all. And then the final thing that we did after we went all of our thrift books, I was just still itching for some books. So we ended up going to Barnes and Noble and I got a gigantic stack of books. The first book I'm very excited about because this is one of my anticipated reads for 2026, Turn Off the Lights by Jackie Walters. She wrote Dearest, which I really, really loved. I read that one shortly after I had my daughter, and it was just, the beginning half of the book was very cathartic for me, and reading about a character who was struggling like I was struggling at the time. And I really loved it. And I thought it was a great book. The story takes a crazy turn at the end there and it becomes very like supernatural type of thing. But it was a really great book and I really liked it. So I thought I would try out her next book. And then I also got the second volume of PTSD Radio. I want to do a reading vlog where I read the first 2 volumes of this because that's all I have. I think there's only 3 volumes, but I want to read them in a vlog because I think it would be fun. They're supposed to be really creepy and eerie and scary and gross. So I think that would be fun. And then again, influenced, I got Raven Scholar. This is a newer book, but I got it because Books and Lala read it not too long ago and she said it was really good and she really enjoyed it. And I'm pretty sure she gave it 5 stars. So I decided to pick it up. I did read the synopsis this time and it sounds really good. I am tired of these chunky ass fantasy books. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it sounds good. It does sound like it'll be a good book. So I'm excited to read this at some point. And then I got a short book, I Want to Die, But I Want to Eat Tteokbokki. And this was a translated work. This is about a Korean girl and her struggles with depression. And this is kind of following the author. It's a kind of a memoir in a way where it follows the author and she shares dialogues from her therapy sessions and then like her inner thinkings after those dialogues and just kind of like processing the information. It's a hard read from what I've heard, but as someone who struggles with depression and mental health and who also studied psychology, I just thought it would be very interesting to read this one. And it follows conversations with her and her psychiatrist, her struggles with depression. The next book I got is The Mezzanine. I was influenced by Books and Lala with this one for sure, 100%. This was one of the books she was recommended from her reading color video. I know I talked about that not too long ago about deciding based on some synopsises that you choose, it tells you what kind of reader you are. And the kind of reader she was, this book was recommended for her. But when she talked about it, I was like, this sounds like something I would absolutely love. It basically is following this man doing mundane things, but also follows his inner thoughts and his inner thinking and the things that he just thinks about while he's like tying his shoe. Like, it sounds so good. I know that might sound boring to some people, but again, as a psych major, this just sounds so good to me. The next book that I got is Gideon the Ninth. Again, I was influenced. This is all Jordaline's fault. Jordaline here on YouTube, she is a horror book girly. I love her down. She's amazing. But she recently read this whole series in like a week or something crazy, and she's obsessed with it. She said it was so good. The relationship, non-relationship, romance, the gayness of it all was just like everything to her. And she fully influenced me to read this. I'm not someone who would read something like this, to be honest with you. It is like a necromancy something or other. I don't know. It sounded good from her review. And then the final book that I got is Exiles by Mason Coyle, I believe. He's also the one who wrote William, which I have not read yet, but I started, but I never finished. But I decided to go ahead and pick this one up. It's more of a space story talking about the human crew sent to prepare the first colony on Mars, arrives to find the new base half destroyed and 3 robots sent to set it up in disarray. The machines have formed alliances, chosen their own names, and picked up some disturbing beliefs. Each must be interrogated, but one of them is missing. It sounds very interesting. I don't know. It just sounded interesting to me. And also it's beautiful. This is a beautiful cover. Okay. It is what it is. So that's all the book shopping that we did. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you had fun following me along today. We got to go to all the cool bookstores. We got to see a cute little dog. We got to have good lunch and we got books. And that at the end of the day is always a win for me. So I hope you enjoyed. If you liked this video, don't forget to like it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. I see you. I'm watching you. Go ahead and click the subscribe button. I'll wait. Thank you. Now that you're subscribed, you're part of my little bookish community. We're glad to have you. And we make videos every Wednesday and Sunday-ish. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think that's all. If you enjoy, please stay around. I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.